I say this to the glory of God, and I don't mean to brag, but it's just the truth. You know, nobody can say your testimony more than you. I'm a full-time pastor, but I've never been on salary for one day of my life. No salary, no allowance, no income. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It can only be God. And no begging, just in case you know. The first house I got, I remember very well, I had to pay the rent instrumentally. I want to show you what the favor of God can do before we begin to pray. I had to pay the rent instrumentally. The little money I had gathered when I finished paying, and I paid the rent at the beginning of the year, January. That's the last month you want to be broke. So the remaining money I had, I was going to use it to buy a mattress and some other things. And then somebody, one of our brothers then, had a spill to write and needed to register. And God said, send him the money. And I did. And so I had to sleep on mat for 2 weeks. And then eventually the heat came. There was no fan and all of that. Let me tell you, those were the uncomfortable moments of my life. Can I tell you what I did? I turned them into prayers. This heat is enough for you to convert into something that will shoot you to the next level. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can tell you, those were days I used to pray. Well, not all of you can do that. Some of you are career people. Some of you are business people. You can't do that. You need time for other things. Some of you are family people. You will need to discuss with your wife to pray. But hence, I wasn't doing all of that. Sometimes I'll pray 8 to 10 hours. There was a day in that heat I prayed up to 12 hours. In the heat, I had to change the shorts I was wearing twice. You know what? That year was the last year of discomfort. I'm teaching you a formula for life. Anytime you are in a level that you are not comfortable with, the discomfort is a catapult, is a sling. If you can convert it very well to shoot you. Nobody prayed for me. You come for Papa will pray for you and all. You have to chart your own course through destiny. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This morning I was talking with somebody and he was asking me, say, how is the heat in Maiduguri? I said, oh, well, there's heat, but I only feel it when I go to church. I told him I'm fine very soon. And then I mistakenly said, very soon I'm going to put a new air conditioner. He said, I said, Daddy, don't worry. I'm going to call so-and-so person. We are going to handle it. I said, no. There's provision for it. He said, Daddy, when you finish talking, we'll do what we want to do. That's how God will raise helpers for you. Your amen tells me you are not ready for this service. The way you people are doing with God, if I did like that, I won't be where I am. I say God will raise helpers for somebody here. Have you found a prayer partner? Sometimes you need to be angry at where you are and then convert it to prayer. Hear me. I'll give you the next 2 minutes. Anything that you desire God to do for you in these 3 days of divine visitation, you have just 120 seconds. Open your mouth. Agree with that brother. Agree with that sister. And begin to cry to God.